Hi everybody, this is Avenger coming to you. What you're going to hear up next is an audio clip from my conversation with the prosecutor at my arraignment and what the state's going to bring against me in their case for my unlawful arrest. Now, if you haven't seen the video of my unlawful arrest, it is on DirectD's channel. I'll go ahead and include a link in the description, but for legal reasons, I can't put the video out myself. Hope you guys enjoy.
My name is Lauren. I'm a prosecutor here.
You're a prosecutor?
Yep. So I am an attorney, but I'm the state's attorney. So I can't give you legal advice, but we can talk about your case and your options and how you'd like to move forward, okay?
Yep.
In your particular case, you were charged with one count of what we call, in our system, they call it obedience to police. We're not following a lawful order of a police officer.
Now listen to that again and let that sink in for a second there.
In our system, they call it obedience to police. We're not following a lawful order of a police officer. And you have three options on how you'd like to handle this today. You can have your case sent to trial if you'd like. You can resolve it today through a plea agreement. Or if you'd like a continuance to consider those options, maybe get a copy of the police report, consult with your own attorney who can give you legal advice, or just need more time, that's totally fine. Okay? That first option, if you have your case set to trial, it wouldn't happen today. It would probably happen about a month out from now. It's usually when the court schedules them. And at a trial, either myself or another prosecutor present the state's case. So calling police officers who were involved. Sometimes we use clips from their body-worn camera videos, that sort of thing. Because we have the burden of proof, you don't have to do anything if you don't want to at a trial. But if you'd like to, you can cross-examine any of our witnesses, present any of your own evidence, subpoena your own witnesses to testify, or even testify yourself if you want to, but you don't have to. In your case, we are not asking for any jail time. But because we're not asking for any jail time, the court's not going to give you a public defender. So you can either represent yourself or hire your own attorney at any point in the process. This is a type of charge that would be a trial in front of a judge, not a jury. So the judge would listen to whatever evidence is presented, and then they would make a decision. Is there enough evidence to find you guilty, or are they going to find you not guilty? If they find you not guilty, the charge is dismissed and you go on your way. But if they find you guilty, the sentence would then be up to the judge. And they would say, hey, state, what do you think is fair? Sir, what do you think is fair? And then they would decide anywhere in the range for a class 2 misdemeanor. Like the judge, I think, I wasn't in here when she first spoke with you, but did she go over with you the range of possibilities?
No.
Okay.
No, I'm not worried. This ain't my first rodeo. I'm not worried about it.
Okay, do you want me to go over that with you? What the possible range of penalty is for a class 2 misdemeanor?
Sure.
So there is no mandatory minimum. It's possible that you could be found guilty and no consequences imposed. So that's the least that could happen. The most that could happen for any class 2 misdemeanor is up to 120 days in jail, up to $750 in fines, plus a surcharge, and 2 years probation. Again, we're not even asking for jail time. That's just technically the maximum for any class 2 misdemeanor. If you wanted to resolve this today through a plea agreement, we would ask that you plead guilty and pay a $300 fine. If that's something you're interested in but can't pay it all today, that's totally fine. The court does let people do payment plans. And if that's what you decided to do, they would work out with you when you start paying and how much you pay per month. They just add a one-time $20 fee. Do you have an idea of what you'd like to do?
Yeah, I'm going to set it for trial. So.
Do you have any questions for me about that process or how any of that works?
No, I just, whoever's going to be prosecuting the case, make sure they look over it. I mean, I have video evidence of what happened as well, so.
Okay, and if you...
I don't even think you guys got a prima facie case as far as the charges go, so I mean, but that's neither here nor there. I know you're not the one prosecuting it, but...
It might be me, so I'm usually down here. Sometimes I do trials. I did a few this week. It's just whoever's, on deck that day. If you decide to represent yourself, you will be held to the same standard as an attorney. So if you do have evidence, like you mentioned, in a video, just make sure that you disclose it to us. Give us a copy ahead of time. Mm-hmm. My office is at the other end of the hallway down there with the door propped open. You can go to the front desk and you can let them know, here's what I have. I want to give you a copy. Also, you'll get a letter from us about what evidence we intend to use. If you want to get a copy of the police report sooner, you can usually get it faster through us than you can through the police department.
Yeah.
You can also give your information to our front desk, and they'll email you a copy of the police report and whatever discovery we have.
Okay. Now, as far as that, since it is going to be a per se case, do I get that sent to me just like I would a lawyer, or is there going to be charges like I would if I went down to the police department?
No, there's no charge to get a copy of stuff from us. Let me think if there's anything else. This plea offer I can only guarantee for today or while you're on the second floor. If later you at trial decide, hey, I changed my mind, I don't want to do a trial, I want to take a plea, I can't guarantee that it would be the same. It might be, might be better, it might be worse, but it's totally up to the prosecutors on the third floor. I don't have anything else. Do you have any other questions for me?
No, ma'am.
Okay, let's go get you a trial date.
We'll go ahead and have you sign for your trial date in a minute. I'm required to tell you, if you did fail to appear for the trial, a warrant for arrest would be issued. The trial would proceed in your absence, and if found guilty and not sentenced within 90 days, you would lose your right to a direct appeal. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
It will be a trial to a judge, not to a jury. You understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Today you were extended the plea offer to resolve the case, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
And do you know what that plea offer was?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. You've rejected that offer, and you understand that offer is good today and only today, is that right?
Yes, Your Honor.
The charge is a class 2 misdemeanor, is that right, Counsel?
Yes, Judge.
Okay. So if you are found guilty of trial, you could be sentenced up to 4 months in jail, 2 years probation, a little under $1,400 in fines. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
You can get a copy of the police report either from the police department or from the prosecutor's office. They're on this floor at the end of the hallway. Do you understand?
Yes, Your Honor.
The burden of proof is on the state to convince the court beyond a reasonable doubt that you did this. So to help you prepare, I'm going to have the prosecutor tell us what they intend to attempt to present at the time of the trial. Counsel, factual basis.
Thank you, Judge. At a trial, the state would present evidence that on the date, time, location alleged in the charging document that the defendant came up behind police officers filming them as they were on a traffic stop beginning a DUI investigation. The defendant's close proximity was preventing officers from safely continuing with their traffic stop, and they asked the defendant to move back multiple times, but the defendant did not. The officers told him he could continue filming, that he needed to back up, and told him where he could stand. The defendant told them that he would not move unless they put up crime scene tape. The police gave him another warning and told him if he did not move that he would be arrested, and the defendant still insisted on not moving.
All right, guys. I will keep you updated with my case as it progresses. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for all your support.